I'd say I'm nicer than you. I don't know if I beat Justin. He came and mowed my lawn.
Yeah, but like, have you heard the shit Justin said about people? Justin's mowed my lawn too.
This is true. I mowed my lawn today.
I'm not going to go ahead and say Justin's mowed my lawn.
Previously on Dungeons. I mean, damn it. Never mind. Let's do that again.
Actually, no, just keep going.
No,
5
start
seconds
again. Previously on Basement Discourse, me and the boys talk about exclusives on gaming consoles and such. And now for an exclusive with KJ.
Just one of the boys.
One of the boys.
Yeah.
One of the guys. Welcome to Basement Discourse. I'm Justin, the D&D guy. Got Brady up above me, but maybe not above me with everyone else's screens because we have 4 people now and that might mess up the equations. It's Brady, the anime guy. And then we have Jace. He is the gamer. And then we also have KJ joining us today. So Katja, or KJ, she has appeared on our Dungeons and Discourse recently. And I believe by the time we air this episode, you guys will have at least seen one, possibly two episodes.
2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Depending whether I can be bothered.
Yeah. I mean, if
I get this episode out at the right time.
Well, yeah, I guess. Like, maybe it's 4 episodes, depending how bothered Brady is.
Shit. All right. That sounds like a great promise of 2 to 5 episodes. Yeah. So KJ plays a fawn in our upcoming episodes, or the ones you've already seen, depending on what future this is. How did you find it,
Which
KJ?
timeline?
Joining us with which timeline in the future are you? How'd you go with the episodes? Like, what were your thoughts?
Oh, amazing. Absolutely loved being back. Obviously, like, I've played D&D with you before, Justin, and it was an absolute blast back then. So yeah, getting back in and delving back into that side of things was really, really cool. Getting to cosplay a little bit. Sneaky.
Very
that
cool.
was a lot of fun. Yeah.
So sneaky little side note, you'll notice that the cosplay changes about, is it 3 episodes after the third episode with KJ in it?
1.5.
We had a short interim,
Well, 3 episodes back, but yeah, she only appears in 1.5.
Oh yeah. My bad. I forget where she comes in and where we leave off. We had like this little lunch break. It was like a 10-minute lunch break, and all of a sudden it got like real like shit cold between sessions. So
yeah, it definitely wasn't a month break.
No, it wasn't a month at all. We went out for like some hot dogs, came back, and it was like, damn, it's like 15 degrees colder in here. So
Brady had so many hot dogs. He was just like,
It's the reason my speech is so fucked towards the end of that episode.
Deep fried hot dog water.
Too much hot dogs, can't do math, slurred speech. That's all that had it. There was no reason that the episodes end there and that we started getting new clothes. That's all.
Yeah.
Too many hot dogs.
Way too much hot dog.
It was too cold.
I can't believe that's the excuse you come up with. I'd rather say I had too many than to say that I had too much hot dog.
It seems safer.
Sure.
Safer? What? Are people gonna come around and beat you up for getting drunk playing D&D?
No.
I think you're more likely to be beaten up for swallowing too many hot dogs.
Beaten off, maybe.
This is true. Maybe he's trying to own fans out or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to move ours in a different direction because it's 3 dudes and we keep trying to be a hetero only fans.
Yeah, but Cage is just one of the guys. Don't you remember?
He's just one of the guys.
Jesus. I think it was a lot of fun. It was our first guest on the D&Ds, and not our last, definitely. It worked out quite fun, and it was kind of like a little bit of a elongated one-shot of sorts. So
yeah, it was like this sort of persistent quest type thing, and it was probably the most action-packed we've had. Like, I think I mentioned it in the DMs, but like, we did a lot. Like, there was a lot going on. Like, it was fucking so good. Yeah, and like, I really felt sort of shown up as well. Like, KJ actually shows up and dresses the part. I'm there in fucking trackies and a hoodie. Like, I barely put on pants for the fucking show. She shows up with makeup and shit. What the fuck?
And then throws out the awesome accent as well on top of it all. So
right?
When you notice for the first few moments when KJ like throws the accent out there, you guys are like, "What the? Oh shit!" Damn,
yeah, it
so
was
much better than
impressive.
us.
So keen viewers can actually go back to the first episode where she is present, which I think is 10. And you can hear her giggle from time to time.
Yeah.
Can't see her.
Sorry.
And then she comes in and she says like some like one or two words in her actual voice and then starts playing the role. And we were all just like, oh, fuck, now we have to try a little harder. Like, Jesus.
I think I actually tried less. And that seemed to work better for me.
You did way more, you did way more deadpan stuff after KJ started doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Great,
Just totally less.
Love the deadpan delivery.
It is quite funny. I think the whole thing came off really great. There's still more episodes to air after this, so we won't spoil anything that comes at the end of these things, but damn, it was good. And let's just say we'll likely get Cage back at some stage for maybe a special or for maybe some more eps in the future. But whether or not she plays the fawn or whether she plays someone else, we'll have to wait and see. So
man knows how to tease.
Yeah, I'd be so keen.
I'm all about the tease.
That's all he's got, really.
That's it.
That's because there's no end game
it's all
with you.
downhill from there.
The end game is I'm already done. That's all I got. Oh, Jesus.
So usually our guests get to talk a little bit. So why don't you like actually tell people what you're about? Because obviously on Dungeons and Discourse, you just kind of like played a character and occasionally had, you know, a horrible joke to join in on of ours and escalated the situation because you're worse than us as far as I can tell.
Yeah,
but
just one of the guys.
there was comment made about that. It was like, oh yeah, like we're expecting this not to be so filthy, but here we are.
Yep.
Yeah, that is something I would like to bring up.
Immediately, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Like, we are childish humans, and Zach usually brings out the worst in us, but somehow you add KJ into the mix and it just straight up to 11. It's just fucking immature joke after immature joke, and I was all about it.
Yeah, we couldn't get out of that hole once we dived.
Get out of that hole.
That gaping hole. That was it. We were done.
Dude, it's literally 3 minutes into the actual start of the recording that the gaping hole is mentioned, and from there, just all downhill.
Jesus, ridiculous.
Right,
ridiculous. So yeah, aside from there was about like 5 seconds like at the start of that. It's basically aside from D&D or aside from our D&D, what is it that you do?
Oh shit.
I just switch off until the next one. D&D.
Power down. Oh look, I dabble in a bit of everything. Like, you know, I'm kind of across the board with what you guys are into. So I dabble in a little bit of gaming, and when I say a little bit of gaming, it's almost exclusively Skyrim at this stage.
Nothing wrong with that. We've mentioned it nearly every episode.
You're on the right show.
I was going to make a quip about it with the travel times and how we didn't have any in D&D, and it's not like Skyrim. But the moment passed. Yeah, like dabble in a little bit of anime, and this is my first foray back into D&D in a couple of years, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm honestly looking for something up here where I live now to join because I just am obsessed. But yeah, I mean, my most recent little dalliance, I suppose, has been Warhammer, specifically 40k. But yeah, just sort of starting to delve into that a little bit, something I had no previous experience with whatsoever. But a friend got me into it, and I just immediately became obsessed, specifically with orcs. So
That's awesome.
I can totally vibe with that. Even though I know orcs in Warhammer are completely different. In all like standard fantasy RPGs, orc is like my go-to race because orcs are total fucking badasses.
Yeah. They're always just psychotic warmongers. Like it's just
And what more do you want in life?
Well, in
in
Warhammer, they have like fucking funny accents. They're like fungi people, like they're mushrooms basically, and like they spore instead of breed, which is really fucking strange, but yeah, sick. And they have Cockney accents.
That's
nice.
It doesn't get any better. Sorry.
Do they use rhyming slang? Like Cockney rhyming slang? Surely.
Not that I've come across so far, but
Stitch up. That's it. I'm getting more changed.
But I did just buy myself an orc book that is like narrated by orcs, so I'll let you know when I read it.
Oh fuck yes.
Nice.
Just run us through, if you don't mind, like what is the big differences between something like Warhammer and D&D? Just the main ones that won't piss people off, I guess.
Warhammer fans are already throwing shit at their screens right
now.
now.
Honestly, I'm like, oh no.
Like, the anime one, it's my job to cause this.
Please remember, this is like my third week being interested in Warhammer, so like, don't judge me on my knowledge. Yeah, I know.
We're all about the
what do you
hot
find
takes
interesting,
and no fact checking.
Interesting in the fact that like you like the art style of the orcs and the Warhammer 40k, or interesting in that you're interested in playing the actual tabletop stuff, or
so I'd like to dabble in the tabletop eventually. I know it's a little more like strategy based than D&D. Like it's definitely based a lot more on actually warring as opposed to just like D&D, where it's just like campaigns of you know wandering through a forest and
roleplay,
roleplay, absolutely. Which there is definitely like roleplay aspects of Warhammer as well, but I think the
a whole lot less. It's more like just fighting with numbers and measuring distances and things like that, and the luck of the dice and stuff.
I do like measuring. Big fan.
Big fan of disappointment then.
I swear 3 inches was bigger last time I checked.
That's why you go in centimeters, man. Sounds more impressive.
True. Well, the old tradie millimeters.
All the way down to mils.
Sounds huge. So that makes sense. So you like the lore, you like the art style, and you like the minis at the moment. So
yeah. So that's going to be my new thing actually this coming week. I'm going to purchase my first set of orcs. So
nice.
I'm excited about that. Yeah, my little mega nods. So gonna get into painting and I've been drawing them in my spare time because I can't afford to buy them right now. So
Brady insert KJ's drawing here.
Good work, Brady.
Thanks, Brady.
10 out of 10 editing.
Thank you, future Brady. Nailed it. No, bring it back. Bring it back again. Now make it spin. Now make it spin around the room.
Animate it.
Yeah. I'm going to do all of that, but I'm going to pixelate Justin for the next 5 minutes of the episode.
So it'll just be like our early episodes.
Yeah,
except he's going to be kind of like a pixelated penis. Like our early episodes. Yeah.
So just take his beanie off.
Yeah.
I'm cool with this. I'm cool
no,
with
you know what?
That.
Leave the beanie on. Yeah.
You can leave your hat on. I like it.
Nice.
For more of this banter, check out our Dungeons and Discourse episodes.
If you're a fan of penis hats and gaping holes.
Wow, that should be like on the YouTube recommendations whenever they get like someone sees Dungeons and Discourse. Should be like, that because you like penises, hats, and gaping holes.
I'm so glad that I have headphones on and that my phone can't hear this for the fucking ads that would be shown to me for the next week.
What are you talking about? Don't you have an iPhone? It's always listening.
Headphones.
Always
listening to your thoughts, even.
This is playing through a Mac as well. It's listening too.
That explains half the algorithm of our YouTube for Basement Discourse.
Yeah, this is something KJ needs to know about.
Yeah.
Our YouTube algorithm is fucked. Like for our
it's genuinely
Basement Discourse,
horrific.
Because like we don't typically use it for actually watching stuff. We use our own personal accounts and shit. But it comes up with like so much of it is like Final Fantasy characters modded into games, like half naked or naked, YouTube friendly naked, and shit like that. And that's like 80% of our feed.
But none of us watch videos on there. If you just scroll through the feed, though, you're like, why is... It's just like Tifa with more bounce is like the whole title. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Like,
apparently none of us look for it.
But I was like, yeah, you sound like you're mad about that. But like...
Yeah. It's like the guy who farts in the room and is like, oh my God, that guy over there just farted. It's disgusting.
I'm pretty sure Jace and I, if that was us, would be like, that was me. Suffer.
But like, why would I go to YouTube for that? Like, I literally work off my computer. Like,
yeah,
I can just look up the good shit. Like
Tifa cosplayed with bounce.
No, you get the Final Fantasy VII mods to get rid of her top because you've got to see them square titties.
They got like a little bunch of Legos.
Yeah.
Lego boobs.
What's
Lego
Warhammer?
Oh yeah, I remember that conversation.
Oh wait, what?
So it's a more strategic sort of thing.
It is more of a tabletop game rather than a role play game and stuff like that.
At least this specific version that I'm getting into, yes, yeah.
But
there's a few different ones under the Warhammer banner, but like 40k specifically is definitely more strategic.
You base it off of a certain point system, so you might be set like fighting, and this is vague because I haven't actually played it yet either. But you might have a 3,000 point army is how you rank it, and then you would verse off against someone else who has a 3,000 point army of a different type or the same type, whatever. But it's basically a point system. So you might have some really basic orcs, and they might be worth, I don't know, a point each. So you could have 3,000 basic orcs, or you could have 2,000.
Or you could have a stomper that's worth like
like worth
like
500 or some
points,
shit.
Like
So you basically have a value that you can build your army to. And by the time you've completed your entire set, you'll have thousands and thousands of points to choose from, so you can mash it up. And then you verse up against someone else's 3,000 points. So it's somehow balanced. I don't know how exactly they managed to do that across so many different armies and stuff. I think that's pretty brilliant, actually. But yeah, they somehow managed to balance those point systems so that when you verse someone, it's fairly even in the odds. So
it actually kind of makes me think of like it sounds kind of like a tabletop version of playing like StarCraft or Warcraft. If you've ever played either of those games, like RTS games. Basically, so. Yeah. Well, then you guys are shit, but great games.
Apparently.
I am a woman.
Wait, what? I totally thought you said I am Mormon, and I was like, Mormon?
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Jesus, after the shit we've just been through in the last few days, wow, I don't know.
Ew.
Mormonism.
Terrible Mormon.
Didn't know you could do those sort of things being a Mormon.
All they do is soaking, isn't it?
That's right. Jesus. Oh, no. Just minimize our audience. One minority at a time.
Wait, if anyone's attacking minorities here, it ain't me.
I was like, at least it wasn't Justin for a change.
Yeah, really mixing it up. But that does make me think, though, we definitely need to find a way to do like a Warhammer special. Like, bring it back to topic.
Well, yeah, I was like, I thought you
find
were
a way to show soaking or something.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Where are you going with
to try soaking on camera?
Fucking hell. Jesus.
Just go to onlyfans.com/snackpack651.
Yes, I think that'd be a lot of fun. The only issue with that is we then need to have like
Warhammer.
3 fucking Warhammer right out of the gutters, guys. We need to have 2 armies that are like 2,000 to 3,000, points each, which is a lot of money. Like, so how many points are the first thing you're going to buy worth to an army, and how much money are you going to have to spend on that one piece?
I actually don't know how many points they're worth. I think they're a little bit higher up. They're not just your standard orcs.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a like 4-piece set, and it's $81.
Yeah,
that's not too bad.
Yeah,
so I've
it's
seen
not,
armies
it's like
selling
it's not the worst, but
for
it's like
anywhere between $750 to $2,500 dollars.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I suppose for an army that makes sense. I mean,
yeah. So yeah, I think the best way for us to either join in on a game or watch a game would be to go to our local game store and probably try and participate.
Bring a knife
there.
and just rob someone, or
Yeah.
I mean,
just go to
I know
town, just kill them
I know
all.
people with some armies. I know like a lot of the guys in Warhammer are super keen to get other people interested. So like I can talk to the guys and we can see
pretty much like
sort something out if we can be like, hey, like
nerd related
we borrow
like,
your
we always
your
want to
army.
get people interested. They will not lend us an army. There's no way anyone's going to lend you their army, or maybe you, but probably not us.
I don't know, man.
Like,
Tabletop freaks are pretty fucking pushy. I've met a few. You guys are just like, hey, ever sat at a table? You got to come play this game. Come around my house. I've got a shed out the back.
You know what a table looks like? You should picture it with like a bunch of small things on it.
One.
I love the way you advertise it too, Justin. You're like, yeah, I've got a shed out the back of my house. You guys, you should all come there.
We should all what? Where?
And then you did. Mission accomplished.
And now everyone's stuck to the floor.
And addicted to coming once a month.
That's what happens when you're married.
Oh, Jesus. Or have a kid. Good luck, Brady.
You're about to do both. What an idiot.
Probably almost has by the time this episode comes out.
Yeah, I just realized that. I was just thinking by the time this episode comes out, it won't be long if he's not early.
You'll almost be a child. Crazy.
That'd be great in the background.
Can't be worse than my dogs.
It can because it's Brady's.
Oh yeah, because like Brady's naturally really loud.
Yeah. It'll just be coming out being like, pop its head into the side of the camera and be like, is it an Isekai? Like it's not a fucking Isekai.
Me from another room, get better taste already, son.
Yeah, the kid will be born thinking that it's come from a different world.
Reborn into this one.
Yeah.
I got reincarnated to a weeb.
It's the new anime coming out next fall. Reincarnated as a weeb.
Isn't there already an anime like that?
Yeah, but it's a slime.
There's several. Yeah, Mushoku Tensei. He gets reincarnated as a baby.
Yeah,
it's really good.
So outside of Warhammer / loving D&D but not getting to play it enough, what are your other hobbies / interests?
Like generally speaking, we're not just going specifically nerd stuff.
Like specifically,
but we are. Yeah.
Not sexual because we've touched on that quite a bit already. So
unless you've got
I guess I have
I say sex, the guys are like, wait, what? What?
I didn't touch on anything. What are you talking about?
Okay, I was just going to say that, like, if she's got shit to promote, then, like...
That's where I was kind of heading, like, you know.
I meant, like...
Not the sexual stuff, but holy crap.
No.
We just can't get going anywhere.
Nah.
Straight back to the gutter.
So outside of that, like I love my sci-fi, like old school, new school, that kind of like movies, books, like all that stuff. I guess what else? Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, typical stuff. But I am also a makeup artist in my spare time. Not in any professional capacity really. But
you do have an Instagram.
I do like, but I do have an Instagram.
Brady, you put that down.
I was gonna say it's a nice complicated name, so saying it out loud is gonna do nothing for me. But Baby Langer, for those who don't know how to pronounce it.
Bam, on the screen right now. Thanks, Brady.
So I like to dabble in that, do a little bit of like cosplay stuff. I'm delving more into the special effects side of things now as well. So looking into that, and especially with learning to paint Warhammer as well. That's kind of, it's all tying in together, which is super handy. So yeah.
It's very painty, arty style sort of stuff altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone who can't art, I have big appreciation for someone who's skilled enough to do that shit.
Yeah.
If I did that, it'd just look like fucking... It'd just look like my face tattoos. Like, just, yeah. Scribble, call it a day.
I love it.
Speaking of sci-fi and stuff, have you seen the new Love, Death and Robots series? On
Absolutely.
Netflix,
I've watched it through 3 times.
Oh
already.
my fucking God. I watched it all last night, all at once, and holy shit. It's brutal.
Amazing.
I watched the first season.
Very brutal.
Oh, hectic.
Yeah, the crab episode. There's the rat episode as well. Was like,
the rat episode was so good.
It was
I was
so
like,
good.
Not expecting to love it so much. I was like,
oh, here we go. This is typical. He's going to get in some sort of battle with the rats. But then it was like, fuck, this is intense. Like,
and
so
the
good.
last one that's been on all of like the social media and stuff with that weird like river monster thing. Yeah, that was really unsettling. Like, I don't know if I liked or hated that episode because I was like, this makes me uncomfortable.
But if you guys haven't even just at least seen that episode, you'll have to check that out. It's really unnerving and unsettling in some weird way. Like, just this weird river. What would you even call it? Like some sort of a what are those chicks that kind of call you?
Siren.
Like a siren?
Yeah, like a siren. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so like a river siren.
Nerd,
I know, right? Yeah, that's because I got so much up there. And then like she sort of like just draws these guys into the
title of
river.
Justin's sex tape.
Yeah, you'll have to check it out. It's just really unsettling, and just the ending is just like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, but it's that way the whole way through this whole series. Just they only run for like 10 to 20 minutes, and they somehow set an incredible story and an incredible, like, believable world of their own in that short period of time. Like, it's just amazing. They're all from different developers, and
different art styles and
entirely, like,
incredible.
Yeah. So Brady, if you haven't seen them already, like, I can't believe it, because like they're all like animated.
I watched
Wait, have you not seen them, Brady?
I saw the first season. I haven't seen.
I've only seen like 2 episodes out of the first season that like a mate was oh, check this one and then check this one.
Which ones did you watch?
Fuck if I can remember now.
Then you haven't watched them enough.
Yeah, no.
I literally watched each one once. Yeah.
The Christmas one is hectic.
It wasn't a Christmas one.
It was really cool.
And oh, then you clearly haven't watched it enough.
My favorite one's like this chick who controls like a kaiju, like a fighting kaiju.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that was the one that I've seen.
Yeah, that was very
cool.
Like
Sunny Secret or something, I think it's called. I don't know.
That was in the first season.
That was a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. So yeah, that for me is like the pinnacle of like sci-fi meets easy to digest time frames meets easy to like get in your hands content, because it's not on like, you know, some untouchable Crunchyroll / it could be there, or Anime Lab / something else. It's just fucking Netflix. So like,
it's just Netflix.
You know, everyone's got it, sort of thing. So yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that there's no continuity between it.
Exactly.
It's
you just dive in, dive out.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, 10 to 20 minute commitments is like nothing. But I watched the whole thing last night. I could not stop. I was like, fuck, what is the next one going to be? And it's like just totally insane. Like every art style is just entirely differch from the last. Like, just blows your mind. So
you could deal with all of us on one day of the weekend, then another night you're like, just gotta watch this show.
Watch robots with me.
Yeah, I tried to get her into that. It's not cool. Yeah.
Love, death, and robots. Okay, like
yeah, that's right.
Some
of
it
just push the love bit.
It's a romantic comedy.
Thank you, Deadpool. Yeah. Valentine's special.
Skull people.
So the other thing you mentioned was that you're into sci-fi as far as films go. So what's your like pinnacle sci-fi film? Because I'm a bit of a sci-fi nerd, so I need to cast judgment here.
Yeah, no, you absolutely will, because it's my favorite movie of all time, also my favorite book of all time. And it's The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, no criticism there. That movie is fucking amazing. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, I saw the movie first and then found out it was a book series, and I was like, oh my God, I need to read this, and just have been obsessed ever since, and actually liked the movie still even after reading the book. So
yeah, as far as
thoroughly underrated and great cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Movie's brilliant. I'm just sad that they didn't do more movies.
Justin,
Yep.
have you not seen it?
No, I don't think so. I'm just trying to think of.
You're looking there with
Oh,
the
would
blankest
highly,
look on your
highly
face.
recommend.
I'm digging deep into my memory. I know when it came out, it was like maybe I'm guessing, but it maybe
It's
06.
like 06. Yeah, I think it was
Like-
yeah, around then.
06 to 08, somewhere
Yeah,
around there.
yeah.
It was,
Like
it was
I know the
mid
time frame it
noughts.
came out, but I think I missed that ship, or maybe I watched it and I just
You
wasn't
might
paying
have been
attention.
getting your cataracts removed, or like
He was
finding
probably
your
mowing
first-
his
Wow.
lawn.
Getting my hip done for the first
Yeah.
time.
something like that.
Yeah, yeah. The old grandpa
Collecting
jokes
the
never
hair
get
you
old.
lost over 9 years.
For some, it literally looked that way. Hey, I was just like, had hair one day, had no hair the next.
Couldn't perform
It
his
was
card
bizarre
tricks as
seeing
soon
you
as
with
his hair fell
Oh
out.
my god.
Wow.
Amazing. Yeah, no, would highly recommend. It's got a fantastic cast. It's family friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is so fucking absurd. And
Love
like
it.
at first you just think it's absurd for the sake of being absurd. But once you actually read through the books, it's like that's just the source material. It's just fucking off its face. Like Douglas Adams must have been so high writing those books.
Oh, 100%, right?
Yeah. It's just mental. But I highly recommend it. And you've actually survived this round of judgment, KJ.
There you go.
And she's also survived this episode, which is amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Has she
We
though?
barely even ripped on her.
So far.
Yeah.
Ruined my segue.
That was a terrible segue.
What, to
thought it was
finishing
great.
the episode?
Just
Yeah.
cut that bit out. It's fine.
That's fine.
Just cut
But
Justin
thank
out.
you, thank you for playing D&D with us, and thanks
Yes.
for coming on today.
It has been a blast. Wow.
Yeah,
you'll
no,
see
thank you
KJ
guys
in.
so much.
I'm not sure how many episodes we're going to have with KJ, but at least 8, I reckon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man.
Jesus. I don't think it's 8. I think it's like
I think it's very close to 8.
5 to 6.
16, like whatever.
Yeah.
Just throw
5,000.
numbers out. Who
Just keep
even
me
cares?
coming back
million.
and we fine.
That's right.
We're just
Yeah.
gonna
Throw out the numbers and I'll keep making content. It's great.
get enough likes and we'll bring KJ back. How about
Hey,
that?
there you go.
And
There you
everybody-
go.
Yeah, you know what? On the,
Oh no.
actually, on the D&D episodes, comment that you'd want to see more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Comment that you want us to like more KJ, and we can bring her back.
And
If
we can
KJ actually wants to, because we don't
Yeah,
know
no.
KJ.
No, we don't care.
Oh,
We
you
don't
guys
care.
want
Yeah,
KJ? I'll
she-
just pull her out of my pocket. Here she is. There we go.
We'll just get a life-size cutout of her and just have her sit on this side.
We don't even need to do that. We could just
We'll just get
put
Sam
a
Smug to
still
like double her
image-
over.
No, we'll just green screen the square and just have a still image from her in previous episodes.
Yeah. It's just that
Just a
one
picture of
photo.
We'll just Sam
Perfect.
Smug double her over and we'll be done.
Yeah,
That's
perfect.
fine.
Kia.
And like all she needs to do is just roll constant sixes. Yeah, about sixes were about pretty normal.
That's
Yep.
pretty much the standard. Yep.
For the first session, she rolled really well, and then it
Yeah, I
just-
was gonna say not for my last session.
Mm.
yeah.
All right, went downhill from there.
It's fine.
But you didn't cop that much damage, though, overall, I will say.
No.
Hmm.
That's what happens when you stand on rocky outcrops.
I'm actually surprised we survived so well. That
Yeah, right?
Y'all
Like-
did well. You didn't cop that much. I think I need to be more cruel.
yeah,
No,
definitely.
I think
bring
I
it forth.
agree.
player.
Yeah, you need to go harder.
Or
on
did
think
we
it's-
survive?
I think it's the fourth player thing. Just the number of damage you
Those
can
spoilers.
do around 4 people versus 1 changes it up a lot, I think, to the 3 of
Yeah,
us.
yeah. I mean, if
More
I was
bosses.
particularly cruel, you could just stick everything on one person. I could be like, oh, well, you fucking died. That sucks. But what's
Doesn't
the fun
make
in
great
that?
content if it's
No,
like a
not
new
really.
character every time.
And she's
Alright.
gone.
Oh, she quits.
I'm back. My phone was just telling me it's dying. It's fine.
Ah,
Fair enough.
Well,
It's
We're all dying.
speaking of dying, this episode.
How's this episode?
Perfection.
yeah.
Done. That's
But
it.
no, thank you guys so much for having me. I had an
No, it's already
absolute
done.
blast, and I really do hope I can come back. So
Yeah,
it's already done. Yeah, shut up, Katja.
That's all
We're not
good.
recording anymore.
We'll cut this bit where you're being nice.
Yeah, it's too weird. I don't like it at all.